Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a half-made face. Today I am going to attempt to reproduce and test for my skin, my products and my lifestyle the latest Jordan Liberty video. He came back on YouTube after a long time. He is a professional makeup artist whose work you can recognize over all the biggest brands like Marc Jacobs, Urban Decay, and a lot of other. He works closely with Tatcha as well, and he is now coming out with a brush set with Sigma Beauty. Now, part I think of that promotion is this video, but he has been talking about this technique for a long time already on his Instagram, and he proposes this also during his makeup masterclasses or courses that he gives all around the world. It's not revolutionary, it's not new, but I never tried it, and I never tried to see if it worked for my skin, and yeah, I want to try. It's something new. I will leave his video linked in the description box down below, but in a few words, it is a new, or his way of prepping the skin for makeup to make it look less textured, more youthful, just better overall. And it involves a moisturizer, setting powder, a setting spray, and then a primer underneath your foundation. Now, for me, I am a normal person. I work at an office and have my long days. I put on makeup at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning and I take it off at 11 o'clock in the evening. So usually I don't see makeup lasting extremely long on my face. Today is a little bit of a shorter day for testing. It's already past 12, so it's gonna be a little bit shorter of a day. Nonetheless, I think what I am going to do is do the Jordan Liberty technique on one side and then my usual makeup on the other side, using as many of these products as I would usually do in my life. So we start with a clean face. I have my serum, my toner and my serum after washing my face, and now I'm gonna go in with my moisturizer. This is the Good Molecules silicone-free priming moisturizer, and I use 1.5 pumps on my whole face, and this I do regardless of what technique I am doing for my base makeup. It is a nice moisturizer. I talk all about the Good Molecules line that was sent to me in PR, this product included. In a review video that I posted recently on my channel, you will find that in the eye in the cards right here above me, and I just apply it all over the skin with my fingers. I know that sometimes Jordan prefers to apply skincare with a brush, but he says it depends on the product. So for me, this product, I am happy to apply it with my fingers and cleaning them off also. At this point, what he does is apply a translucent powder to the skin. He uses the Laura Mercier. I have this little Laura Mercier, so I'm gonna do just that. And I am going to apply that lightly, trying to do lightly, it's a loose powder after all, only on this side of my face. And I do understand why this would work, right? Because you are absorbing the oils in your skin before they reach the makeup. And that is always the idea with this technique. You make sure there's enough layers to protect your makeup from whatever situation your skin has. And of course, if you have a dry skin or another skin type, dry skin or normal skin, you will have less oils to protect, but this will also then set your moisturizer in place. And yeah, it makes a bit more sense to me to do it on an oily skin than on a dry skin, sorry. But I have now applied it, and you can see that it actually gives a little bit of mattifying as well as reducing the appearance of pores. You see them less. Then he goes in with a setting spray specific for the skin type. I have the Urban Decay All Nighter makeup setting spray. I have the Urban Decay All Nighter makeup setting spray, and I will apply this on only one side of my face. I'm gonna try at least. And dry it down. On the other side, I'm just gonna behave like I normally do. Oh, I should have also saved my eye look from the setting spray, but that's okay. He doesn't talk a lot about like drying times, and for example, between my moisturizer and my makeup, usually I have a bit of a longer time because I get dressed, let's say, in the meantime. But yeah, so this is now the more primed area. Then he goes in with an actual primer, face primer, and I am going to use the Herborian Bamboo Matte Powder Effect Cream as a mattifying primer. I didn't want to use a blurring primer that goes in the pores, because that I really only use in the center of my face, whereas this primer I can use all over, and I'm just gonna apply it everywhere. And this is a step that I can do also in my regular routine. I will apply a primer, not that I need it, but just because I have so many primers to use. Actually, we discussed this during my Project Pan videos and my declutters, that I just have a lot of minis or gifted primers that I want to use up, so I am now using primers every day. So here we have it. The skin is primed this side with an extra powder and setting spray layer. Then he continues by applying a concealer on the model without any foundation. I have quite a bit of redness and discoloration and some spots going on, so I will be applying foundation. And as usual, I'm using my Estee Lauder Double Wear. You can see my full routine in my latest makeup routine video, and I apply it with a brush. I try to use less than one pump per for my whole face, because I feel like that is definitely enough coverage for me. And then for concealer, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, just under my eyes, a little bit around my nose, on the top of my nose, and where I feel like I need a little bit more coverage, and buffing it in with a brush. Okay, next up, he actually says you don't need to set your base with powder. However, I do have oily skin, and he mentions that he did use some powder around the center of the face of his model, because she has oil combination, or she gets oily during the day. So I'm taking the same Laura Mercier powder, and I'm gonna apply it where I get oily, which is the center of my forehead and the sides of my nose, and my nose itself, of course. And the whole point of this technique is that you don't need to do baking anymore, and your face is already set, let's say. So I am very curious to see, because I do have oily skin, so yeah, I want to see how it lasts. Let me zoom you in so that you can see the effect on my skin right now. Here we go. This is the side without any extra technique, and you can actually see my pores more here. Definitely a difference in the texture of the skin, and I feel like here they are a little bit less visible, but the difference is actually quite minimal. I don't see a lot of difference. On my nose, I still have, as usual, a little bit of this foundation not sticking properly, or things like that. This one happens to me quite a bit. It really depends on my skin on the day, so I haven't really found a real reason for it. And underneath my eyes, I think it looks quite similar. From further away, I think it looks very similar. Let me know in the comments if you can really see a big difference between the two sides. No special technique, special technique. I'm gonna finish up my makeup and take my before shot, and then we're gonna go about the day. I'm gonna continue working and do my thing, and then see check in a few hours and see how it is going. Okay, here we go, and it's been 10 hours. It's now 11:30. It was around 1 o'clock when I finished putting on all of my makeup, and this is the final result. This side, to remind you, has my regular routine, and this side here has the extra steps of the powder and the setting spray. And to be honest, I don't really see a big difference. If not, that this side I even have a little bit more bunching of my foundation around my nose, and I'm just as shiny on either side. I had my hair in braids. Anyways, I don't think for my skin at least, this technique actually brings anything extra to the usual that I do, and I don't actually think that it's worth the time. For me, I understand that this is then for set or for makeup artists to do on their clients, but thinking of a bride or things like that, I don't think this would be a solution. I have combination oily skin. I don't have particularly extreme skin conditions that you say my makeup melts off or that I have extremely oily skin. I think this is, it's okay. I don't know. I don't find it extreme. So I don't think all in all this technique is worth it for me. Then you can tell me. I have two different lights here, so that could also be something. But overall, definitely on the disco ball side of things, I would say. Anyways, that was the video for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if this technique works for you guys. I know that my respect for Jordan Liberty doesn't change, of course, but I will not be implementing this technique into my daily routine. I wanted to do this test with you guys. So let me know if you enjoyed it and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.